I feel we are all like citizens of the world, and I don't necessarily let my locality define me. I feel it's a world sport and everyone could play. Yeah, like everybody anywhere could be world champion, so you just have to outdo everybody in your niche and don't let laziness handicap you. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Atchison Jr. I'm a singer-songwriter and filmmaker based in Accra, Ghana, and this is a breakdown to my new single, Red Light District. So Red Light District. Red Light District. Yeah, so I have this DJ friend in Chicago. His name is DJ Antonio Caesar, I think. I met him through a rapper friend called Cable. Cable is an amazing rapper. You guys should check out Cable. So yeah, he came for one of our garage sets with Twice, and we became cool, and he used to work at YFM. So after he went back to Chicago, he sent me samples. Like, he told me he really likes my music, and he sent me some Prowling samples that there was this beats competition and he wants me to enter into it. So I was in the studio with Sadie and Nichols, my frequent collaborators. So I'm like, why don't we do this beat together so we outdo the average producer that's working on it alone. So yeah, we're playing around with it. We're listening to samples back to back, and we were stuck on a particular one, so we're recording. We're making the beats to enter into the competition. So yeah, back to back, I was sitting back. Sadie was creating melodies, creating chords to work it out. He was going back and forth with it with Nichols. And I was just going in the booth, putting voice samples, like weird voice samples, like, like just to make, bring life to the beat. Because I feel like the vocal is one of the strongest instrument, and I think that I learned from Kanye West, like always using vocal samples to bring life to instrumentals. So yeah, I was putting vocal samples and then we're making the beat, we're trying to enter into a competition, and I had this melody. And Sadie was like, yo, it's super hard, like you should try to record it and let's make a song out of it. So yeah, I put the melodies down, and it just dropped on me. When I'm high, I feel blessed. So I'm like, okay, let me go in that direction. That was like the first line that dropped on me, like, when I'm high, I feel blessed. So I'm like, okay, I'll write the song in that direction. So I just put some melodies down on the song. Like, there were no lyrics to it. It was me just creating melodies and all of that. So I think we're done with the session. We didn't even send the beats to the competition anymore. Like, we're done with that session, and I just took the export home and I was working on it. And I took it to Avis Recording Studio. I have a friend over there. His name is Josh, amazing producer, amazing mixing engineer, bro. Like, that guy's just crazy. And he took the mix to a certain point, and after, like, we all vibed and I went back home. So I sat with the song and I was trying to write the song. So I came up with the pre-chorus, and I knew I wanted to write to, like, The Weeknd, Max Martin, Can't Feel My Face. Like, a very repetitive structure, because I felt it was dance music and the whole, but I didn't want to say too much. That's why I went from pre-chorus to chorus to pre-chorus again. And right now it was time for a verse. Like, you have to do a verse. And I'm like, verse. What should I talk about? Like, how should I take it? And I'm like, no, I'll just create a vibe. So this vibe just came to me, and it was hold my ties and leave my legs. Super dumb, but hold my ties and leave my legs. It's a fashion style, like, in Ghana. I don't remember really, like, the era, but, like, it was back in the day. That time, I'm sure I was, like, in GHS or Primary or something like that. Yeah, so hold my ties and leave my legs, hold my ties and leave my legs. And we put a lot of reverb on it, and we put it in the back, and I pitched the hook, like the starting of the hook, she Prowling on there. I pitched it all the way up, and I pitched one all the way down. I just brought the volume down, and it was just in there, and it was rolling like that. And Nichols is like, I should actually try to find some other words to it. I'm like, nah, I'll leave it like that. It's a vibe still. Like, I'll just leave it like that. So yeah, then the hook came back again, and right now it's dropped again. Like, is it supposed to be a verse? Like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm sure during that week, I was listening to a lot of Don Toliver. So in my head, I'm like, what would Don Toliver do if he was on like some Prowling song like this, like some Afro fusion like this? So, and I think No Idea was also really, No Idea also had a lot of influence on how I wrote that part. Like after we smoking and pill popping, she drank something and she's still trying to have safe sex.
After we smoking and pill popping, she drank something, still trying to have sex.
It was not going to be called Red Light District. The title was not going to be Red Light District. I wanted to call it Moonlight. Yeah, X has this song Moonlight, amazing song. So I feel like, but I'm like, why am I calling it Moonlight because I say she's lighted by the moon? So yeah, I'm like, okay, if I find a better title before putting the song into the system for it to be released, I'll change it. But if I don't, I'll just maintain it as Moonlight. And the song just has a narrative of a woman that has a nightlife, a woman that is always counting her money, trying to figure out when she would really retire from this nightlife. I don't have any stereotypical thought for like a woman like that, you know, like it's everybody is what they are as a result of where they come from or things they've experienced or what's happening in their life. Like that makes you, when you view people and things from that perspective, it makes you more patient with how you deal with people, because some people feel they have to be aggressive. It's just how they were born and raised in their locality, how they tackle issues. And some people are also relaxed based on what they believe in. So if you know this about people and know that, okay, they are influenced by where they were born and raised and what's really happening around them all the time, like it makes you super patient with people and try to have conversations rather than to feel like you're canceling people or zoning people out or feeling like they are not worthy or feeling like their beliefs are irrational. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a narrative about a woman that has a nightlife. I don't necessarily say a prostitute or a hooker. She just has a nightlife and she's trying to retire. So I was working with my friend Ellie, and Ellie did the graphics on the text. Ellie's also a musician as well. He's also a filmmaker friend, he's an art director. So he did the graphics on the song cover. So I was working with Ellie and I asked him, is there anywhere in the world that prostitution is legal? And it's like, yeah. There's this city in Amsterdam called Red Light District. I'm like, wow, interesting. And he was like, he even has a friend who has been to Red Light District before. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I came back home and I read about Red Light District and I read about the whole vibe. And apparently it's some big tourist site in Amsterdam. Like it's super big and people go there all over the world. And I watched a couple of documentaries on Red Light District and I'm like, okay, if the song was a place, it would have been Red Light District. Or if the song is a place, it's Red Light District. So I decided to go with the name Red Light District and try to take some influences from the aesthetics over there, because the girls at Red Light District are on display in like glass frames. Half naked girls on display in glass frames, and there are red lights all over and people walk through the parts. And you could Google it and check it out. It's a very cinematic experience though, like the vibes of Red Light District. Yeah, so I went with the name Red Light District. Yeah, and what? So I linked up with Wavy Vibrations to shoot a performance set for Red Light District, which is currently available on their YouTube channel. We went crazy. You should go check it out. The link will be in the description below. Yeah, and I hope you find peace in this body of work. So go experience life with it. Like go go dance with it, go get high with it, go drink with it, go work out with it, go have sex with it, and let me know which one was the best experience. My name is Jeffrey Atchison Jr. I'm a singer, songwriter, and filmmaker from Accra, Ghana.